everyone, my name is Andrew. If you don't know me, you should subscribe, but today I'm going to be filming a video all about 23 books you should read in 2023. I wrote down a list of 23 books that I want to read that I'm going to share with you guys, and I feel like you should also read these, but some of them are new releases that come out this year. Some of them are books I've had for a while that I just want to read, and then some of them I have already gotten to this year. So we're going to jump right in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to stick around for more videos, but let's just jump right into it and go on to the first book I want to talk about. Also, 23 books is kind of a lot, so I'm not going to go into super detail on all of them, what they're about. Just know that they're ones that I do plan on getting to at some point this year. Alright, number 1 on my list is Train of Thorns by Cassandra Clare, the third book in the Last Hours trilogy, which already came out, and yes, I already did read it, but that one was just one I knew I had to read in 2023 and was so excited about. Another one is A River Enchanted. I think it's by Rebecca Ross, but I got this one in a Lumicrate box a while back. I've just seen a lot of people reading it recently, and I've heard really good things. I haven't really heard anything super negative, and I did get it a few months ago, and for it to still be coming up and me still seeing people reading it, I feel like it's very current and people really do like it, so I'm excited to get to that one. Number 3 is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. I did read this one already, have a review on it and everything if you want to check that out. But I really did enjoy The Stolen Heir. I ended up giving it 5 stars, I'm pretty sure. But that one follows That one follows Oak and Surin, and it's kind of a spin-off sequel series to The Cruel Prince. And I love the world, I love Holly Black's fairies, and it was just really good, so definitely recommend that. Number 4 is gonna be Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo. I haven't got to Hellbent yet. I really do want to. I plan on it. I haven't bought it or anything though, so I need to buy it. I need my copy. But I feel like I need to reread Ninth House because I forgot a lot. Ninth House was just a lot in general on its own. So I feel like going into Hellbent, I want to do a reread or just like some sort of refresher on the book and the world. So definitely gonna read Hellbent, but haven't got to it yet. Number 5 is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I cannot wait to get to Babel. I've read by R.F. Kuang The Poppy War, and I started the second book. I'm still working on it though. I'm not very far into it. I love The Poppy War. I love her writing style and the world, so I definitely want to read Babel. Going along with that, number 6 would be Yellowface by R.F. Kuang. That's coming out. I'm really excited about that one as well. I feel like anything that R.F. Kuang puts out, I will end up reading, but I'm excited for both of those books by her. I'm going to be reading those books. Okay, 7 is going to be Swordcatcher by Cassandra Clare, which comes out in October this year. I cannot wait. So Swordcatcher is Cassie Clare's first adult fantasy book. First book not in the Shadowhunter world that's written completely by her. So this is kind of crazy. It's going to be really interesting to see how this book is, especially because we've had books come out by other YA authors that they're transitioning into adult and it just didn't hit. Yes, I'm talking about Book of Night by Holly Black. Just didn't hit. So I'm kind of wary, but I do have confidence in Cassandra Clare and I think it's going to be really good. 8 would be These Infinite Threads by Taheda Mafi. I cannot wait to read this book. It's the sequel to This Woven Kingdom and it just came out. I need to get the book. It's pink. It's so pretty. But I love the characters in that book. So I'm going to read it as soon as I can and as soon as I get my hands on that book. Number 9 is Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is kind of all over the place, but that one is a book, I think it came out like last year, but it got kind of popular and the cover's really pretty. But it's also just kind of like a contemporary book. I think it also does have some romance in it, but it mostly has some hard-hitting topics with the 2 main characters or love interest. I'm a fan of the contemporary books that have romance as a plot but also have some deep issues going on and it discusses some important things. Like, I am a big fan of that, and so if a book has all that, I'm here for it and I want to read it. 10 is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong, which comes out July 25th. That one, I cannot wait. It is Chloe Gong's first adult novel, adult fantasy, so that's really cool too. Everybody is like branching out into adult, and I kind of like that publishing is making room for people to go from young adult to adult, whereas I feel like in the past it's only been like your one genre and you stay there. So I like that. I'm here for it. So Immortal Longings does seem really, really cool, and after I read Fell Lady Fortune, I love Chloe Gong for Fell Lady Fortune. I didn't like These Violent Delights as much, but I did like Fell Lady Fortune, and I feel like she's only getting better as she writes more and more, and so Immortal Longings, I feel like it's going to be so good. 11, I also want to read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by, I don't know, I forgot the author's name, but it just seems like something I'm gonna love. I've seen so many people recommend it that I trust their word, like on Bookstagram, YouTube, and then also John Green had just said on TikTok that he likes it, and I love John Green, so I want to read it even more now. 12 is Lightbringer by Pierce Brown, which comes out July 25th. July 25th is gonna be great because we get Immortal Longings, we get Lightbringer, and it's my husband's birthday. Like, I'm sorry to my husband because I need to go to a bookstore on those days. I need to read those books. Like, it's gonna be a great time for me and for my husband because it's his birthday. But anyway, so Lightbringer is the 6th book in the Red Rising world by Pierce Brown. There is the main trilogy, which is Red Rising, Golden Sun, and Morning Star. And then he also released Iron Gold and Dark Age, which are basically companion novels or sequel series to Red Rising. And so then after Dark Age, we are getting Lightbringer. This book has been a long time in the making. A lot of people have been waiting a really long time, and I've also been waiting since I finished all the way through Iron Gold. I still need to read Dark Age, but I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna be ready for Lightbringer. And I've never got to experience a Pierce Brown release because when I read Red Rising, all the books were out, so like I've never been a part of a release for one of his novels. And I also am really hoping he's coming to Texas for tour because I will be there. So lots of exciting things coming in the Red Rising realm. I'm so excited. 13 is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood, which comes out in June, on June 13th. I do like Ali Hazelwood a lot. I liked The Love Hypothesis. Like, I've read all of her books, so Loath to Love You is a novella bind up. I only gave that 3 stars, and then Love on the Brain, I also gave it like 3.5, maybe 4. I didn't like it as much, but I have confidence, and I feel like I don't read a lot of romance, but I will read Ali Hazelwood because I like her. I want to see her on tour, and she's just so funny and nice and just quirky. I like her. But I'm hoping that's going to be a good romance because when I don't read a lot of romance, but when I do, like, I want it to hit and I want it to be really good. 14 is Heavenly Tyrant. This is also a new release coming out August 29th. It's by Zoran J. Zhao. It's a sequel to Iron Widow. Okay, I can't talk about it because I'm getting stressed because Iron Widow is so good and it leaves off at just like a really intense, high stakes place, and I feel like Heavenly Tyrant, just the title, everything, is gonna be so freaking good. 15 is another new release coming out in April. It's Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I love Alexandra Bracken. If you haven't read The Darkest Minds or watched the movie, you need to do both of those things because The Darkest Minds is so good, but preferably the books because they're so expansive and detailed and cute and found family, and then like it also feels like an old YA dystopian because it is kind of older, but it's so good. So good, and has Liam Stewart and Ruby. It's just good. But I love Alexandra Bracken, and so with Silver in the Bone, I actually have an arc of it, so I'm gonna get to read it early, and I could read it right now. I'm just waiting a little bit closer, but I'm so excited because she's one of my all-time favorite authors, somebody that got me really back into reading, and so getting an arc of that was just so full circle, and I'm so excited. So go read Silver in the Bone when it comes out. It's gonna be good. 16 is A Forbidden Fate by Caven Herning, I think. So she's on TikTok, Caven, and I love her. She's so funny. I love her TikToks. I haven't seen her come up as much anymore, but she wrote a book which is called A Forbidden Fate, and basically the big thing about that book is that the 2 main characters in her fantasy world, not the 2 main characters, but the love interest and the main character can't touch, and like if they touch, the world will basically end and they'll destroy everything. So I love the tension. It's giving enemies to lovers, kind of, but like, can they ever actually be lovers? Not really, but I'm here for it. 17 is Magnolia Parks. I don't know who wrote it, but I want to get into Magnolia Parks series. I don't even know what the first book is called. Is it just called Magnolia Parks? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out and I'm gonna read them. and I'm gonna be one of the Magnolia Parks girlies because it's supposed to have a lot of tea, and I like certain tropes, okay, that are just kind of like toxic, like jealousy trope, you know, stuff like that, just like messy relationships. I eat it up. I don't want that in real life, and I don't have that in real life, but in a book I will eat it up. So I feel like that's what Magnolia Parks has been talked about to be. So I want to read. I'm interested. 18 is We Deserve Monuments. This one seems like one of those books that I hear of, but not like a lot. It's not like super hyped, but I'm gonna read it and I'm gonna love it, and then I'm gonna want everybody else to read it. So I'm very excited. The cover is gorgeous, and I have a feeling that I'm just really gonna like it. 19 is The Awakening, the first book in the Zodiac Academy series. I want to get into that series, but I only have book 1, so I just need to read it. I've had it for a while, and I need to get to it and see if I like it or not so I can buy the rest. 20 is Once Upon a Broken Heart by Stephanie Garber. Listen, I want to read that in 2023. I don't know if I'm gonna like it because I read Caraval and that was okay. Then I read Legendary and I DNF'd it. I didn't like it that much. And I never got to Finale. Is that what the last one's called? I don't know how you would pronounce that. Whatever. But the last one I didn't read, so I don't know why I am making myself think, like I'm gaslighting myself into thinking I'm gonna like Once Upon a Broken Heart a lot. I just don't know if I am. But a lot of people do, so I have some hope. It's just, I don't know how probable it is that I'm gonna like it, but I bought the book in hardcover, so I'm gonna read it. 21 is an arc I received that comes out in April. It's called Viva Lola Espinosa, and it seems so cute. So I'm obviously gonna read it since I got an arc of it, but I'm also really excited for it, and I got it in a physical arc, which I don't always get too many physical arcs, but that one I did. And then the next one is 40 Words for Love, which comes out in August. This is number 22. I want to read that one. I also got a physical arc of it. Just thank you, Penguin Teen. 40 Words for Love. The cover is gorgeous. This one, it really intrigued me. It's probably one of my most highly anticipated books, and I have it right now, and I do want to read it like every day I look at it, but I'm waiting closer to August. Okay, and 23 is a book that is already out right now, but it is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute. Is that, I can't read my handwriting. I'm pretty sure that's what the title is, but it's like a long title. That's by Talia Hibbert, who wrote Get a Life Chloe Brown and all of the Brown Sisters books, which I liked. Get a Life Chloe Brown. I liked the second one, which was about Danny. I can't remember what it's called. Take a Hint, Danny Brown. That's what it was called. And then the last one I just read last month. Oh my god, I'm blinking on the title of the last one in that series, but that one was my favorite. So I gave it 5 stars. It was a really good romance. So I'm really liking Talia Hibbert. I'm here for it. Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute just seems really good, and I hope it doesn't let me down. But the premise too for that one is like, so the two characters are like going camping, and they were in the same college classes, so they're kind of like friends or classmates, and the girl likes UFOs and stuff like that, and like conspiracy theories, and that's just so interesting to me. And then the guy, I think, like played football and is like a jock, so I'm liking the dynamic. It seems really cute. Like I said, I just like Talia Hibbert's romances, and if there's one thing Talia Hibbert knows how to do, it's write a romance. So, and write a smut scene, and like what else do you need from a romance to be good? So yeah, that's all the 23 books that I definitely am going to read this year that I think could be recommendations for you if any of those sound good. It's just a mixture of romance and fantasy, and I hope that you found something you might want to read. Let me know if you're reading any of these or something that I should read. But that's gonna be it. If you want to follow any of my social media, it's all down below. You can check it out, and I also have some ways you can help support my channel if you want to do that. But that's gonna be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!